You could be a person that has a credit card or multiple credit cards that are not the right cards for you. And maybe you don't even know it, or maybe you know it and you just haven't admitted it to yourself yet. This is something I want to talk to you all about today. And it's become front of mind for me after all of the hoopla yesterday surrounding the announced refresh of the Chase Sapphire Reserve. And a lot of the conversations I was seeing yesterday in forums online and in Discord chats and in live streams yesterday. And I really wanted to do a video about this today. So we're going to dive into what my thought process is around this. If you like this kind of content and you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please consider doing so. It is free and it gets my channel visible to more people just like yourself. I thank you ahead of time. Now let's dive in. So I want to treat this as gingerly as possible because I this is not a video that's meant to offend people at all by any means. Okay. So please don't take it as I'm pointing fingers at you and don't look at it that way. I am going through a thought process in my head, and hopefully this helps people realize whether or not they need to make a change with their credit card setup. So with the announced changes yesterday with the Sapphire Reserve card, there was a lot of conversations where people were saying, "Oh, the card's now broken. It sucks. It's not going to work for me now. I'm going to cancel it or I'm going to downgrade it or whatever." Then there were other people that are going, "Okay, awesome. This is an awesome card. This is going to work just fine." So on and so on and so on. And both of those viewpoints are very valid. Okay. My overarching thought about that conversation and the conversations I see all of the time in Discord chats, in live streams, in comments on videos, comments on my videos, even in the past, where someone will say, um, they have to sit there and go out of their way to make the American Express card work for them. They have to go out of their way to make the credits work for them. Okay. My thought process around this whole thing is if you are not getting value from the card itself and you have to make the credits work on the card for you to get value from the card, it's the wrong card for you. And I think that a lot of people get a card like, let's say the American Express Platinum card is an example. And you all know I love that card. It does a lot for me. So, but I will use it as an example. People will sit there and say, "Oh, I have to make sure that I use Uber Eats, and I have to make sure that I do the Saks thing, and I have to make sure I fill up my United Bank and all that stuff." And in my mind, if you have to think about the card and how to get value from it, the card's not right for you then. It just isn't. Um, if you have to do mental gymnastics to justify a card, it's not the right card for you then. Now, I say that with this caveat. I'm a person too. I love using credits on a card. I look at a card, I look at what it will give me credit wise, and I'm looking to get benefit from the card as well. So I'm right there with you, and I totally understand that thought process. Why I'm a big fan of American Express and why I always say how it's so important and valuable to me is because eh, to steal a line from a friend of the channel, RJ of Do You Take Cards, I was born to be in the Amex ecosystem, if that makes sense to you. Before I went from being a cashback person to a person that wanted to travel on points and miles and be in this game, I was already using a lot of the things that Amex gives you credits for anyway. I was already I was already flying Delta before whenever I was just traveling sporadically a few times a year for work or for, maybe a pleasure trip once a year. I was already flying Delta anyway. Um, I was already an Uber user years ago before I got into traveling and whatnot. Um, I was already I was already dining at restaurants that happened to be in Resi, in the Resi system. So um, I was already doing so many things with vendors and companies that are partners with Amex that it was just a natural fit. Amex just fits like a glove for me. It just does. And I know for other people it doesn't. So for me, me having the Amex green card, me having the Amex green card and the gold card and the platinum card, it just makes sense for me because it fits me naturally. But for someone else that sits there and has to justify holding a card to get value from it, that doesn't make any sense to me at all. That's friction. That's a term I've coined. It is credit card ecosystem friction. And I see this all the time. And it kind of pains me a little bit when I see people having to do mental gymnastics to make something valuable to them. And it seems like it's such a big waste of time. It, you know, uh, the CSR card coming out, the new benefits, it would be friction for me. I've never used the edit before. I do not have a Lyft account. I have never used StubHub. I've never used Open Tables. I've never used pretty much everything that the new card has credit wise, with the exceptions of Apple. I do have an Apple iPhone. I have an Apple Watch. I'm in the Apple ecosystem mainly for the Apple Watch and for the health and fitness tracking, because you all know the gym time is important to me. That's why I've got Apple. And would I get benefit from Apple Music? Yeah, probably. I don't watch TV at all, so Apple TV wouldn't do me any good. Um, so yeah, all of that, I would have to create accounts for and then go out of my way to use a credit. And I'm like, no, that that's credit card friction. I won't do that. That's credit. I just won't. Chase does not fit my lifestyle. Now, would I get the CSR at some point? Yeah. If it had a great sub on it, I'd get it for the UR points and then dump it. It'd be gone. So that would be the value for me, would be the points. The credits would be irrelevant because they do nothing for me. So I hope everyone watching this, again, this was not meant to be offensive at all. This was meant to be something that I hope people get value from and kind of take stock in what they're doing and in what you all are doing out there. I hope it helps you take stock and, think about what you're doing and maybe your setup needs a little bit of changing and maybe it frees up some time in your life so you can focus on other things. Anyway, what do you all think about this? Let's talk about it in the comment section below. Whether you agree with me or disagree, let's talk about it. I'm open to conversation. Also, too, I am growing the channel still. So if you enjoyed this video and you have not subscribed to the channel yet, please consider doing so. It is free and it gets the channel visible to more people just like you who are watching right now. I thank you ahead of time. Also, too, if you want to support further, I do have channel memberships available. It is $1.99 a month. You can cancel at any time. Right now, I'm doing members only videos about once every other week, and I'm looking to start up doing a members only stream once a month as well. So if you do join, let me know. I also do have several referral links for cards in the Chase system and Amex system and Built as well. And you can buy me a coffee at Ko-Fi as well. If you do use any of those things, please tell me. I want to thank you because You could have used a link from a bazillion other people, and the fact that you picked me to use a link from, I want to thank you for that personally because it means a lot. Now, please do me a big favor and be good to each other today, okay? And be respectful. And until next time, bye for now.